And welcome back to Optimize Ebony. I'm back after a little bit of an extended break. I had some stuff going on, but wanted to give a quick update on some of the new stuff. There was a big update today, but not really much has changed. I'm assuming things will be a bit. There's things coming that were included in that update that have not released yet. But one of the things that you can see that has updated is the look of the city. Uh, Not something that really matters, but things look a little bit different. I don't know. Honestly, the buildings are a little bit bigger. They look a little bit more cartoony, in my opinion. So I don't know. That's kind of weird. But one of the nice things is they did finally uh, answer a request that a lot of people had to basically try and make Vikings easier, not having to go into the menu, spawn your own Vikings, whatnot. And so what they did, and I'm just killing my Viking right here. You can see my marches going. They added this new pop-up that it allows you to basically summon your Vikings without having to go to the the event center. So, of course, sometimes you get a little bit of a glitch where it doesn't actually show up right away, but there it is. I can then ask for help here and set it. Um, yep. And so, basically, how you do this, how you set that up, is there's a new checkbox here called "Remind me to continue summoning after challenging." And this basically makes Vikings a lot easier. You don't no longer have to go into the screen to constantly summon new Vikings. And so the second that this is done, as you saw earlier, it's going to pop up a new prompt that says summon the next Viking. So in 4 minutes, that's what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily wait that long, but I'll set a couple bosses and stuff like that. The other thing is I did see that one of the new things with the update is that looks like again they added sorry, not Civ Treasure, Civ Equipment. So this is kind of the Civ event or Civ equipment that's currently out, the Augustus set. But if you scroll over here, there's a new one that you can't click on that seems to be coming out soon. So uh, again, they're adding more Civ gear. It's not really what the players want, but they make money on the Civ gear, so they're going to keep releasing it. It doesn't seem like they're interested in releasing the Taish's wheel again. So that's about as good as we can get. The other things are there's tactics, researching, um, and then the journey to glory again. So this essentially allows you to get mostly new Blood of Ares, and basically it's a wheel, similar things. You get 50 free coins per day, which is basically the equivalent of 5 spins. And then uh, if you get to if you get to if you spin 40 times and you don't get the smallest reward, this 150 Blood of Ares, you'll get it on the 45th first time, and so on. The second one is guaranteed after 110 times, 250, and 480 times. So, and then you get there. They list some of the chance details here. Uh, I wouldn't really recommend spending on this. I'm sure a lot of you know that there's a coining strike going on to try and improve, try and change some things with the game and make it a little bit more reasonable. But if you are going to spend, I don't think that this is necessarily the best thing to spend on in general. So, yeah, in addition to that, there's the Carnival. This allows you to redeem for some good generals, and this Frostblood Castle. The Frostblood Castle doesn't give you anything, it's just a decoration, but it is 2x2, which is nice. So the the generals that are here are Wallenstein. This is basically the upgraded Tamiris, and Tamiris is essentially the rally cap archer general. So Wallenstein is basically an upgraded version of Tamiris. So basically increases the amount that you can rally when Wallenstein is leading the army. Unfortunately, he doesn't work with Alfred, so I've heard. I don't have one of him, so I can't check myself. But he doesn't work with Alfred. Alfred's my main archer general, so unfortunately I can't really use him. So I'm not going to get him. And I probably won't get any of them, honestly, because I think it requires a little bit of coining. Patronus, this is the one of the really good siege generals. I think, one of the best. I haven't crunched the numbers yet, but I actually have him, and I'm currently about to switch him to my main siege gen. For a long time, I had Grant, and unfortunately, Grant just hasn't really stacked up as well with some of the newer generals and stuff like that. But Patronus and Grant actually work together. So since I've done the specialties on Grant, I'm able to use Patronus as my main and start doing the specialties there. And then the last one is Dewey. Uh, for people who have Dewey on the wall, this might be worth it, but it is a little bit easier to get Dewey from relics and stuff like that, or from the gift, the fragments from the tavern. So again, this Viking thing popped up. I was just, going about my my business, and this popped up. So now I can just summon right from here. No matter what I'm doing, it seems like I'm able to basically do that, and it brings me right to it, and I can set it. So this is going to save a lot of time. I know a lot of people get bored doing Vikings, but they are very important for the gold and the materials for those who need the materials for gear and need the materials for feeding dragons. It's also a dragon feeding event, so lots of need for materials. So um, it's super cool that they did actually finally improve the spawning of Vikings. It's a little bit I mean that unfortunately that's not my biggest ask for them, but it's cool that they're at least doing something. And yeah, hopefully you guys can take advantage of that and run a lot more Vikings than you would otherwise. But that's it for me today. As always, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. I'll catch you in the next video.